What's up you guys, Tommy Shaw here, and what are the best moves during a global depression? Okay, a lot of big investors are thinking right now, Ray Dalio and these Peter Schiff are thinking that we're going into a global depression. Okay, so what would be the best moves if we're going into a global depression? Do you think stocks would be a good investment? In global depressions, stocks can fall 90%, okay? I know a lot of people are saying, well, the Fed is going to protect the stock market. What I see happening, or I believe that's going to happen, is that they won't provide liquidity fast enough for catching this falling market, because right now we're seeing a rally come back up. But if this market starts to sell off, what I believe is that they won't provide liquidity fast enough to support the market. Maybe I'm wrong, but in global depressions, stocks don't perform. They fall on average 90% of their value, okay? So when it comes to bonds and the global depressions, well, the economy's slowing down, so interest rates starts to fall, and the bond prices increase in value. So of course, this is a good investment when the market is falling. Now, real estate, if you don't have leverage, it's low interest, you have a Plex multifamily home with low leverage, this could outperform the market because everybody's going to need somewhere to live. So real estate is good in a global depression if you don't have a lot of leverage. I'm not talking about 90%, 95% leverage here. I'm talking about less than 50% leverage. Now, gold. Gold tends to double in a depression. So is it a good store of value? Of course, because when there's uncertainty in the market, people turn to gold. They don't have confidence in the dollar anymore, and they turn to gold. And all the big investors have one main common point. They're all bullish on gold. The only problem with gold right now, it's very hard to get. It's out of stock everywhere, and you have to pay premium to have it, and they can confiscate. Like the last time the United States had a depression, they confiscated the gold and then they upped the value and sold it back to the people. So everybody who had gold had been confiscated. So if you do have gold, I would recommend you don't have it in the same country, or have it in a country where they can't confiscate it. Okay, this is something, maybe something else can happen. I don't know. It's not something that I do, but you have to think about that, because if you do invest in gold, you have $45,000, $100,000 in gold, and they confiscate it, they're gonna give you the value that it's worth right now, but then they're gonna up the value and then sell it back to the people. So you won't be making money here, but maybe they won't do it this time, okay? Bitcoin, everybody that's talking about Bitcoin, it's a binary decision. It's either going to 100,000 or zero. Nobody knows what it's gonna do. And especially right now with the Fed coin, when they see Bitcoin as a competition, it's gonna be, I don't think the government's gonna keep on permitting and regulating Bitcoin to have competition. Anyways, it's either going to 100,000 or zero. Land. I think land is going to have a lot of value, especially in a depression, because you could always produce your food, you could always cut down trees to build your own chalet, and you have a lot of value you can transform, okay? So in a depression, a lot of things that you do yourself will have a lot of value, because if you can produce, you can grow your own food, you have your own land, that's going to gain a lot of value, because you're essentially exchanging your time for value, for money, or for something that you can eat. All right, so a lot of big investors warns us that we're going, according to the long debt cycles, we're going through a global depression with this everything that's going on right now. Oh, if you like this kind of information, like, subscribe, and I'll be seeing you on the next video. Thank you.